Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at your karma's message regarding changing your fate. And to do this reading we will be pulling out 3 cards from this deck. Oh, I feel like they're ready. Actually, one. But if you But if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, you will find a timestamp for that down in the description box. Right, so 1, 2, and 3. Thank you so much. Let's check out what cards we have for today's reading. For pile number 1, you've got exchange. Right. For pile number 2, you've got independence. And for pile number 3, it's interesting. I'll tell you what I just noticed. You've got focus. So pile 1 has 3, pile 2 has 2, pile 3 has 1. It's like almost the other way around. 1, 2, 3. Very cool. I think I'm sure this is definitely a confirmation to a reversal of fate, a reversal of karma. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Reverse your karma. This is going to be an important message in exactly how to change your fate and reverse your karma. Can't wait to get into your reading already. If you prefer to pick your piles, of course, using your crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, you've got the Selenite, for pile number 2, you've got the Lodalite, and for pile number 3, you've got the green Jasper. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. If you feel drawn to another pile, or maybe even all of the piles, trust your intuition. It is an important reading today of transformation and releasing your karma and changing your fate. And so, you know, if you feel drawn to another pile, you might just get important information on how to do that. So once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times, which will take you straight to your reading. I also wanted to note that in a moment I will be assigning different zodiac signs to each pile. And so if this is something that you do not prefer, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your signs, then my dear soul family, as you know, this part of the introduction was created specifically for you guys. After the shuffling, I will be drawing out 4 zodiac signs for each pile. Okay. So let's get straight into it. The first 4 signs for pile 1, of course, are Libra, Leo, Pisces, as well as Scorpio. Second set of zodiac signs for pile 2 are for pile 2. Aquarius, Sagittarius, Cancer, as well as Gemini. And for pile number 3, the signs are Taurus, Aries, Capricorn, as well as Virgo. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I, of course, highly recommend you check out the 3. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times, and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at karma, your karma's message to you with regards to, oh, we've got 2 from this deck, with regards to a fate-changing message. I can't wait to get into your reading to say today and to see what your karma, sorry, I'm just focusing on so many things at the same time, what your karma is trying to tell you on how to reverse it and how to change your life as a consequence. Change your fate, to be specific. Okay, so these are the decks that I'm using for this reading. If you're interested in any of them, you'll find that I list their names down in the description box for you guys. All right, so your crystal is the beautiful Selenite. Your significator card is the exchange card. It is card number 3. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Libra, Leo, Pisces, and Scorpio. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your zodiac signs, oh, thanks. That was cool. Please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Follow your intuition always. If this is your preferred method of picking your pile, if this is what resonates with you, follow that always. Okay, so let's take a look at your oracle cards first. You've got Firebird with Seek and You Shall Find. Wow, that is huge. All right, what a huge message right off the bat. You've got Mercury in Taurus with Patience. Okay. You've got Negotiation. Oh my God, the perspective the cards are giving right away. So some of the keywords here are pros and cons, summit, diplomacy, haggle, merger, peace, stock exchange, and so on. Big business, right? Both sides, finding a middle ground or what works for both. You've got learning, right? And look at all of these doors. And you've got self-discipline. And this is really reminding me of what we're seeing in the flowers here. Right, so let's take a look at your tarot cards. They showed up right away. You've got the Knight of Wands, the Emperor, an empty seat. That's a really cool perspective. All right. Oh my God, the two energies. Right. Because, by the way, the reason I'm referring to this is that the Two of Cups has the infinity sign, right? So a associated with harmony of energy and change, and it's all over your reading. The energy of harmony and how to go from one energy to another, I mean. Okay, so you've got the Death card. The Six of Cups. The Eight of Pentacles. Aha, the seed. One thing ends, one thing begins. Oh my God, your message is so clear. You've got the Eight of Pentacles and you see you're walking away out of this karma and finding, oh, it's so clear, and finding so many blessings on the way. And you've got the King of Pentacles, receiving what you want. Guys, the energy here, it is so clear. I think I will need a pen and paper because I want to draw out the idea that I'm seeing in your reading. Hold on. I think you're gonna love how karma is explaining something to you. Do you see the infinity here? Transfer of one energy from one side to the other. I think this is gonna blow your mind. Oh my God, it's so clear. Hold on. Okay. So I kind of like see the anatomy or the breakdown of your karma and how to reverse it. How to reverse it quickly, how to release it and change your fate. So seek and you shall find. It's interesting that you've got the Magician with that right there and right there. So your guidance from your karma to release it is to simply follow your desires, right? So whenever you're lost and you want to release your karma, you want to release the heaviness, your compass is always what you want. That compass will take you out of your karma and into, changing your fate. So that's the first message that we see here. Now, do you see the flowers on one side and the flowers on the other? Do you see all of that hourglass, infinity? Do you see it? That infinity symbolism that you're getting all over your reading. And it's right above the Magician's mind. In fact, the Magician is exactly the right archetype that is explaining this energy. Do you know how the Magician is related to as above, so below? What is as above, so below? So things must have happen in heaven first in terms of vibration before you are able to see it in your world. That's like a quick, most simplistic way to explain the as above, so below with the Magician, right? So as above, so below, that is the tagline, the understanding, the simple understanding that we understand about the Magician, how the Magician is able to bring things into existence. And the more you are attuned to this energy, the more you are able to receive what you want, right? That is the real magic. That's the real understanding of how things work. And so my vibration must be in the heavens for it to be created in your life, in the ground, in the earth with the Taurus, right? So what happens here is, we'll talk about this infinity now, right? The vibration that we just talked about. When we think in a certain way, aka our karma, leading us to think in a specific way. Let's say we get into tough experiences and we start having a pattern of thinking here. We're like, oh, this is bad. We're going to get hurt. I feel anxious. I feel this. I feel that. And with your thoughts, you know how in Kabbalah, the law of mentalism, right? Everything is created through the mind. And so without noticing, you're creating energy here. That's your mind right there. Let's say this is your mind. And it's created an energy, a mind energy around it. This starts becoming an entity of itself, so to speak, not for real, but it starts becoming an energy, a created energy that starts acting on its own. And so sometimes you want to change, but it's that energy that wants to survive that it pulls you back, right? And that's why you work through your karma to release it, right? But then when you have a new thought, you start creating a new entity. It's a tiny one. And so you, for example, let's say this is a new habit. This is a new way of thought. You're like, oh, I believe this will happen to me, or I will create this habit to change things, or I will start a new project, whatever that is. You're starting a new entity here, the seed that you plant into the soil. You start taking steps, it starts working, and then one day you wake up and all of the efforts you've been putting in here has been demolished, it's not working, and you have to restart. And that energy has almost transmuted this new energy into itself, and it's becoming bigger. And so right here you're thinking, oh my God, is it not meant to happen for me? And because that's just becoming bigger. Is it not meant to happen for me? And what you're guided to do here is to continue to water the seed, even if you have to start from the beginning. Because the more you put your attention here, the more it grows. That's why I wanted to draw out this for you, so that you're able to understand what I'm saying without much talking about it, right? It starts becoming bigger. Now it's not so easy. Even if that old energy transmutes some of it, now something has started, is already there, that can help you continue and continue. At some point, this is going to be equal or even bigger if you consistently put your attention there. And so sometimes you will notice, a lot of the times, especially if there is low vibration that you're not noticing, that is allowing for this energy to take away from the new energy. And so a lot of the times you will start a new habit, you will start a new project, and you're going to go, what? Why is it not working? Why is it so hard? But am I going to start all of this from the beginning? And that's why they always tell you that the road to success is ebbs and flows. By time this energy harmonizes and it starts turning to your favor, just like the Wheel of Fortune, the cycles, the energy start moving to your favor. And so this is why you've got to be patient, to not give in to the old energy. It's an entity, so to speak, that wants to survive, but to continue to plant in the old energy and end the old by putting the focus there and being patient. And where I saw patience there, I'm sure I saw patience in your reading. Did I not? Okay, in any case. Oh, I did. There, Mercury in Taurus with patience. And it's interesting that we got there, because this is where the guidance is when focusing on your new seed. This is where you want to negotiate this energy. See, the negotiation between the old and the new. Who's gonna win? And it's not about one losing over the other. It's about the transmutation. Who is going to transmute into the other? Who's winning this negotiation? So Mercury in Taurus, as you know, Mercury in Taurus is, the communication here is all about taking things slowly. It's about being deliberate, right? The earth signs in general, but especially Taurus, we're slow, prefers accuracy, prefers thoroughness over things moving quickly, right? And the earth signs, they get it. They're so in touch with the earth. They understand that it's all about the groundedness. When you plant a seed into the soil, it's not going to go up right away. It must go down before it starts going up. It must take its time to build the foundation and building its networks to take the nutrients and feed itself and build this. When we talk about earth, it's the foundation always, building a proper foundation before anything can go up. And so it's not about speed. And so at sometimes you're like, what? Am I going to start this again? I thought I had a grasp over my new habit. I thought I got a grasp over this new project or this new thing I'm doing. Why do I keep trying and trying and trying? And it's not working. Is it not meant for me? It's absolutely, you just have to be patient with that process of transmutation, right? That is the key. And look at what your keywords are. From one energy to blossom and transmute into another, you want to be patient and shift your mindset, communication to the self, Mercury and Taurus, to communicate to yourself differently. From why isn't it not happening to me to it's okay. It being built correctly is more important to me than getting it done quickly. Because if the foundation is correct, it will sprout and blossom. And so this requires a process of learning and self-discipline. It's like as this transmutes it, you're like, I'm the one winning here, and I'm going to put the discipline to grow that seed, to take its time to grow. Because once it grows for me, it's going to be the other way around. When I fall, this is going to transmute it the other way around. And you're going to be lucky in seeking what you want. It shall come to you easily. It shall find you back, always. And so where do you want to make the energy stronger is the question. And to make that energy stronger, the process is about learning. Each time, through the self-discipline and the learning, the whole thing here that I wanted to tell you is about the things here, is why this is changing your karma, is because while you focus on this new energy, remember when we said it was about vibration? You unlock each time a new learning, a new understanding that helps you open the door to, in your mind, about something you weren't seeing, thus helping you vibrate differently. And thus the vibrations become stronger in the heavens. And so it helps you, without you realizing, unlocking other things that you're not seeing that are making you vibrate different. And so, for example, an example to this, let's say you want to, what do you want to do? You want to have wealth, right? You're like, I'm going to start this project because it's going to get me the wealth that I want. Or I want freedom. I'm going to start this project because it's going to give me the freedom that I want. Or I'm going to go out there and speak to people. I'm going to go out there, speak to people, because then I will find the love of my life, or I'll find the friends that I want. Whatever that energy is. Let's pick one of them. You find the love of your life, right? So as you go out and now be disciplined and go back home and feel like, oh, I wasn't successful here. Oh, I'm going to change this about me. For me, I'm going to do this. I understand my weak point here. Maybe I shouldn't be connecting with these types of people. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe it's better for me to do that. And you get what I'm trying to say. So what I want to show you here is, let's say one of the conclusions that you come up with as you're making this seed bigger. I'm just trying to show you what it means to open a new door. So you're like, you know what? I'm not going to go out on these dates anymore feeling insecure about, I don't know, my weight. I am going to lose weight because it's healthier, and because I will no longer be feeling like I'm constantly it's taking away from my confidence. And so this way I get to sit comfortably and confidently and, start to focus on me, if I like this person or not. So, let's stick with that. I think an easier example would be not losing weight. It would be like dressing up nicely, right? So you go back home. That will be much quicker to explain. So you go back home and you're like, right, I'm gonna now focus on how I look, or that I'm comfortable in what I'm wearing. I like what I'm wearing. So in order for me to do that, look at the mess. I must organize everything to make this process easier, because if I look at my things, I don't know what I have, and this and that and the other. So you take on that project and you're like, I'm going to organize everything. I'm going to take away the things that I'm not wearing from the wardrobe to make only the things that I like wearing in there. I am going to make sure that I'm disciplined and you're not, do you notice you're not focused on that person anymore or on the main goal anymore? Now your focus has shifted on something else. I'm gonna like be good with my laundry routine. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And before you know it, your place is organized, your clothes are clean and fresh, and it makes it easier for you to wear what you want in the morning. And then you go to work and you start looking fresh and smart every day. Very, very, very like kind of naive, but please bear with me. I'm just trying to explain the energy. You go to work, you look smart, people take you seriously, you look like you have your life together, and your manager's like, this is a trustworthy person, we're gonna promote this person. I feel like I trust this person as a manager. And so now you're growing in your work because of that decision that you've made. And yes, you're dating people and everything, but something else is starting to happen here. And you're getting a better salary, you love what you do. And so the low vibration of the fear that you had of losing your job, of feeling bad about not working and doing what you need, and the confidence that you didn't have there, all starts raising. And so you unlock a new door without you realizing, as you were focused on this one, and being disciplined on how to seek it, it automatically started fixing something else on the other side, hiring the vibration there that you didn't even know was one of the reasons of you not being able to manifest, and thus this energy there becomes bigger. Do you see what I'm trying to say? This is talking about how when you seek what you want and start changing habits, start changing behavior, and start continue moving on there, not only are you going to seek it, but many doors are going to open from the attic, releasing energy, helping you transform. These were low vibrations that were holding you back from achieving the very thing that you want. And you could be thinking, what am I doing focusing on these things when I'm supposed to be focusing on that? That's how it works. Just watch where this path is taking you. Take it seriously, and as you work through it with discipline, you will start fixing things that you didn't even know you needed to fix. And as you fix it, your vibration becomes higher. And as your vibration becomes higher, you not only get what you want, but it's the quickest way to release your karma. This is how your specific karma is to be released quickly. And this is how you change your fate. What is blocked in your life at the moment could start working in harmony. Energy will just start working out for you. As you focus on the seed, that new energy, and negotiating with the old one is like, the old one's like, come back. And you're like, well, I think instead of coming back, I'm going to make this more fun. Or instead of coming back, I'm going to fix this bottleneck that's preventing me from continuing on this journey. And the more you do that, the more you release the blocks that are going on in your life at the moment. Not only do you receive the things that you want, as mentioned, but you release one karma here, one karma there, one karma here, one karma there. You radiate higher and you walk away from it. This is, at the end of the day, the background of the Eight of Cups. That's how you release your karma. You heal it, you walk away from it, and you start receiving. You start sitting or creating the empire that you want. You start being part of the world that you want. The Emperor is a 4. The groundedness is what will take you there. Mercury in Taurus. How you speak to yourself is the most important thing, because Mercury is speaking. How you speak to yourself. You want to go, that's fine. What do I need to do to build it? What is the feedback? Slowly but surely wins the race. And it is also what will move you there with the Chariot when you've moved from one energy to the other, quicker later on. It will be smooth flowing later on. The trick here is to move from one energy to the other, one energy to the transmutation of the energy. The magician here is planting, focusing on the new and not the, and letting go of the old cloud, the old energy. Because with the lover's card, with the lover's angel here, focusing on now what you love, what you want, and being patient with it. When you have a newborn child, there are so many responsibilities, but because a mother loves her child, she's willing to put in these responsibilities and figure things out and watch the child grow. That is the energy of creation, and to ground yourself to that energy is to create it and enjoy it in your life. Unbelievable. Look at the infinity symbol. It's all over your reading from different cards. 1, 2, 3, even the 2 of Cups. The self-discipline. It's so clear. And exchange. Exchange your focus from that energy to your focus on the new energy, and you shall blossom. Don't buy into the old energy. Negotiate with it. It's like, take it slowly. Think about it. And slowly sell it to your side, the winning side, the side that will bring you both the closure and the benefits that you are looking for. That is the mastery of your specific karma, allowing you to release it the quickest, and it will offer you the energy in exchange of the things that you want. Because your path is that of finding what you want. It is your compass, and that's why through it you'll be able to achieve all of the things that you want. Remember, the law of mentalism is here to serve you with your specific karma. And how you speak to yourself is key, because it will allow you to learn from the situation rather than giving it all up. Be patient with how much many times you ask yourself, what is it teaching me? Where did I go wrong? I didn't apply the learning that I've noticed last month or last week. Oh, I missed that part. Or, oh, I need to tweak it like that. Or maybe I need to ask someone about this, and so on. If you follow it, you're going to get there. There's no question about it. It's all about the mind and the energy. Remember, it's your vibration. Even if you don't see anything in the physical world making you think, how are you going to get it? It's your vibration. As above, so below. So continue to put your focus there, and it will show you the way, and it will get you there. It will show you your teachers at the right time to get it. And that's the magic of getting what you want. So I'm just going to pull out last guidance on how you are shown to go through this learning self-discipline process the easiest. Any quick, a key effective guidance there to help you with it? 10 of Cups in the background of 10 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. The 2 of Cups. As well as the 6 of Swords in the background of the 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is victory and success. 6 of Swords is go there slow. So your biggest guidance, first of all, is don't rush. Rushing is your enemy. Rushing will make you give up quickly. It's an energy of the old. The old gives you short-term gratification. And so to transmute this energy is to sit in the energy of resilience, of long-term gratification. That's how you take the old energy and you transmute it into the new one. Dropping one in favor of another for now, and continue to hold on to the one that you want in favor, and in turn the other shall automatically drop, or rather transmute. And it's a slow process. It's not a process that's meant to happen tomorrow. In your case, it's a process of transmuting karma, like releasing it. And so be patient, because the reason it's going to take time is because it's like a compass showing you other things that you're not seeing. These other things will be released, allowing you to automatically vibrate higher, allowing the second energy to grow bigger for you. And so the last guidance here with the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles to make things easier. 10 of Cups is feeling happy. And so you see children playing here. You see enjoyment. You can have a family that feels like they are a burden to each other, and you can have another family that feel that they are a blessing to each other. It's how they see it and how they deal with each other that makes it seem like that. And so I would say this is a translation of learn to enjoy the process. Don't hate it and try to rush out of it. Learn to enjoy it and learn to see, make the best out of it, make it as fun as possible, make it as enjoyable as possible while you are there. Because that energy with the 10 of Pentacles, the background is what you're not seeing. That energy of fun is a vibration on its own that will help you manifest this whole tree or this whole energy the fastest and in the most enjoyable way. So enjoy it. Always pick the energy that you want over the old energy that's trying to take you back, and realize that it is not meant to be rushed through. It is a slow process that will take you to victory. And once you're there, goodbye. This is the energy that's bigger. You are a soul that's, or an entity or a person that is vibrating high. You're just connected. It's just working out. You've released your karma. Everything moving forward becomes easy. It starts becoming enjoyable. You start attracting in your life what you want. And my dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I see in your reading when it comes to your karma's message of changing your fate. I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please do consider joining the memberships. It's a great way to support me if you love my work and wish to do so. Thank you so much for everything. Sending you guys so much love. And the best of luck in you getting everything that you love and deserve. And my dear pile number 1, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at your karma's message to you, a fate-changing message to you from your karma. These are the decks that I'll be using. As always, if you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, do note that I always list them down in the description box for you guys. All right, so very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Lodalite. Your significator card is the Independence card with the number 2. And of course, if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Aquarius, Sagittarius, Cancer, and Gemini. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your zodiac signs, as I always remind you, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Always follow your intuition if this is what resonates with you when it comes to picking your pile. All right, so your cards are pretty much ready. Just shuffle your tarot deck with the intention of the reading. Your karma's fate-changing message to you. Okay. Let's take a look at what you have. Oh my God, this is exactly the same card that popped up in pile number 1. And so I highly recommend you check out pile number 1 if you're drawn to it. Of course, it was a very interesting pile, like to say the least. So you've got Firebird with Seek, and you shall find. Okay. You've got Venus in Pisces with Compassion. You've got Intuition. Wow. Okay. Looks like your pile is going to be so cool as well. Let's wait and see the rest of the cards. You've got wheelchair. Yeah, I think I'm picking up on something, but hold up. Wheelchair. Some of the keywords here are accident, hospital, amputee, independence, which is not the first time you get that keyword. To be free from something that is hindering you. To be free from something that is hindering you. Okay. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. We'll split your deck. And let's take it from the top. So, you've got the Three of Swords. And that is pain. What is hindering you at the moment could be pain. I feel like your karma has to do with a debilitating pain. Something happened in the past. And it could be a reflection with this relic of something, a reflection of something that happened in your past life as well, or one of your past lives that you are meant to liberate and be independent of in this lifetime. Okay? Yeah, birds, to be free. And you've got the Sun card with healing, fully healing. And you might think that this is an impossible journey, and that's because in this specific card you've got Le Voyage à travers l'impossible, a journey through the impossible, or what you think is impossible. But here your karma saying you can be independent is the word that is reappearing in your cards, and it's understandable that you feel this way and think this way, but this is a hurtful thought. Okay, and you will go through, if you choose to, the journey of what you feel and call is impossible, because it is absolutely possible with the Sun card. You've got the Judgment card, to rise above it, to transcend it, the Judgment card. Move from one life or experience, to be specific, that you're living, to another, to experience another. Totally different experience in your lifetime. And that's because you've got film here, to experience one movie or one story, and to transcend, to experience a different story in this lifetime. It's really all in your hand with this Moon card. All as the moon is related to the subconscious mind. So it's about shifting your mindset, picking up the trail that constantly leads you to that debilitating feeling. The Death card, ending it and starting a new life. The Five of Cups, releasing the disappointment. Okay, your cards are clear, but let's put the message now. I mean, I can see the elements of the message, but I need to yet put it together for you. For it to be the fate-changing message that's meant to reach you. And you've got the Seven of Swords. Yes, you can see that you are here carrying a lot of pain in the mind, from one lifetime to the other. And it's tricky, this energy, because in every lifetime it convinces you, with that trickiness, it convinces you that you have absolutely valid reasons to feel this way and to feel debilitated by this feeling. And you're right, not in terms of debilitating, but I mean, you're right in feeling this way. You are, at the end of the day, carrying a lot of hurt, whether it translates into that energy in this lifetime or another. It is something that you are carrying. But the trick is that your thoughts give it excuses, or your thoughts convince you absolutely that you are meant to carry it with you to the next lifetime, and to the next, and to the next. And perhaps because it's easier to move around this way and harder to deal with it, because it is obviously painful. But you can absolutely be free from this in this lifetime, and in fact, quite soon. You can heal this and come out of this energy very soon. And with the walnut here, it all has to do with the mind, how you think about it. You can leave this and create a new reality, to be independent from these group of feelings or thoughts. You can liberate yourself from it. There's constantly birds liberating themselves, moving. You can be free. So how can you be free to liberate yourself from this karma, from this great pain, end it once and for all, and to start having a different experience or movie play out in your life? Let's take a look. Let's take this as our guide. How about we check the power of intuition and see what your karma wants to show us with that? There. Intuition. The power of intuition. Intuition is an internal compass. Okay. That's how you're very similar here to pile 1. See, seek and you shall find. I specifically told them in pile 1 that what you want is your compass. And I feel like this is where the energies match. And again, I will say, if you want more information on that specifically, make sure to check out pile number 1. So, intuition is an internal compass, helping us navigate life's uncertainties. It operates on a different wavelength than logic, drawing on a deeper well of knowledge and connecting us to innate wisdom that may defy or sidestep rational analysis. And you definitely have a deep well of knowledge, because you seem to be well-traveled, if we can say, from one lifetime to the other. Old soul, well-traveled. You've got a lot of knowledge within you, and the more you gain access to it, obviously your intuition is one of your powers that you will be using to transcend your karma. You've got a well of wisdom and knowledge within you, and the more you get access to it, the more it will help you transcend. And connecting us to innate wisdom that may defy or sidestep rational analysis. It's an instinctual, fast, and unconscious process. The power of intuition is clear knowing, much like birds know when and where to migrate with the seasons. Speaking of birds and seasons, I must put a post for you guys today. I just took a picture of birds moving today, just like that, a group of birds migrating, and I thought to myself, yesterday was just the autumn equinox. Happy autumn equinox, everyone. And I saw them going in this infinity, and they're ready to move, or like they just came, or they're leaving. And they were fascinating. And I thought to myself, look at these birds navigating. It's like they don't need this calendar. They know that it's the autumn equinox and they're moving. So it's interesting that we see that here for you. Which makes me think that the message here for you is that actually this is the time to think about. Perhaps this is why you're getting a message from your karma now, because this is the time to migrate from that old energy to the new one. I don't know, maybe something in your chart. I heard from you guys yesterday, Pluto is moving to Aquarius. I hope I'm not saying anything wrong here. I think Pluto's moving to Aquarius You guys have been speaking about it in the comment section. I love reading when you guys tell me about that. And I think it is Pluto in Aquarius. So in any case, all I'm saying is that there is a change of season, and your karma saying pick that up, make use of that opportunity, because that energy will help you reshift this karma. It will assist you in such a strong way to make a great shift in your karma, to drop the old energy and start picking up the new one to heal. Making perhaps what used to feel impossible not impossible. So sorry about that. Let's go back. Much like the birds know when and where to migrate with the seasons. The power of intuition is clear knowing, much like birds know when and where to migrate with the seasons. They chart their course without analysis or knowing why. Similarly, our minds pull from deep-seated information and bring it forward in a moment of insight. Intuition is powerful and highly subjective. To use this power well, we need healthy discernment to assess when our intuition is biased or could benefit from more analytical thinking. Yet, without access to our intuition, we might deter, overanalyze, or feel cut off from our deepest knowing. Let your internal bird fly and show you the next step of your journey. I really feel like this is definitely your message of your intuition being one of your guiding light. There seems to be something about this pile, and I promise you I'm not going to depend on that, and I'm going to extract as much information as possible to help you in the deepest way possible to navigate through this time of change for you. But what I'm trying to say is, it seems this pile is a highly intuitive pile who has deep knowledge within them, and the more you get access to this knowledge and get access, let your intuition guide you, be your compass, the more you are going to release this karma. So your intuition is key. You've got all the knowledge that is needed to be independent from it. Nonetheless, let's take a look at it. So that's the first message. Follow your intuition. It will take you out. These days, by the way, these days is a great time of change. It looks like the autumn equinox for you is a great time of change, specifically. Yeah, so follow your guidance, follow your own internal guidance, also with the feathers, the messages that you get from spirit. They're giving you messages. You're connected. Follow that. I feel like you're really well, like spirit is showing you the compass, your intuition as well as your rituals, your spiritual rituals. What you do is already taking you there. So that's really good to see. Here with Venus and Pisces, compassion. Venus and Pisces, nurture. Oh my God, Venus and Pisces. That is nurture. That is love. That is empathy to the collective. Venus and Pisces. Which makes me feel like you have a big heart for... Perhaps your pain is so big that it attuned you to the energy of having empathy to the collective. You must have a beautiful heart that genuinely cares about anybody's pain, about any life's pain. Big heart that genuinely cares. So one thing that this has done is open up your heart, which means that you have a huge soul mission now that you've got in touch with that type of growth, type of wisdom. You've connected to the collective, to the oneness of not just being self-focused, which is important, but also on the collective energy. And perhaps that was what connected you, what is making you such a highly intuitive person, connected you to spirit. That's why you're highly connected, because you genuinely care. But you're also imprisoned within your own emotions. And paradoxically, what you are guided to do is independence, moving from the collective energy that you're focused on and to now focus on the self. And it might be uncomfortable for you and even a big no-no, but that is what is hindering you at the moment without you realizing. It is a time to seek and take care of you and your wants so that you create that other balance with the second balance of you taking care of yourself and your inner child, which is equally important. You can then go back to the energy of taking care of the collective. But there's a great imbalance of feeling so much empathy for others and perhaps without realizing, not feeling it for yourself. Maybe you're not seeing it this way, but your inner child needs you to protect it now. In the same way, you have empathy and protection over all other forms of life. This is where there is perhaps debilitation in thought, where you're not seeing it. Let's call it the blind spot. This is where there is a blind spot. This is what your karma wants you to see. While you've grown into this beautiful energy that one day you will use in this lifetime for a huge cause for humanity, a real light to everyone, you must become that light to yourself first. You must change that movie, that experience for yourself first. Now is the season for you to pick that up. And to do that, you must end, for now, one direction, focusing on one direction. Sometimes when you do the right thing, we fall into the trap. Because without its balance, it starts becoming absolute wrong thing. Let me give you a quick example. There are times where you have to go against your heart to do the right thing for yourself and for others. The quickest example I can think about is, let's say this is a cliff and there's someone hanging over a cliff asking for help. Help, I can't hold on any longer. I can't do it. And you know that you don't have the muscles to pull that person that easily, and it's going to take time. So you can either press on the gas in your car as you go quickly to save that person, and you can run off and fall, or you can risk your own safety and do nothing towards your safety, pull that person, and maybe you won't even be able to pull them out, and maybe you will fall. Or you can not respond to your heart so that you can think about things slowly, going counterintuitive, driving slowly towards that person. Yes, you're watching them say quickly, but that is the real quick they need to move slowly so that you're safe, to help them, to bring a rope and tie it around your car. I don't know how that works, just imagining, and tying it around yourself so that you're safe, and that you can use all of that to help pull this person up. That's more successful than to just jump into it and put yourself at risk, and thus not saving this person that really needs your help. And so it's sometimes the right thing to do, to go against what your emotions are pushing you to do to save that other person, so that you can create that safety for yourself and thus for that person. Sometimes some people don't know, for example, that they need these boundaries you're setting before you need them. You need them to protect yourself, but they also need them so that they don't do anything that would harm you, that will result in you, unfortunately, having to do something drastic to protect yourself, to protect your family, to protect everyone. And that very emotion that you grew into with compassion could be the very thing that is debilitating you. One muscle grew way bigger than the other muscle. And so now that's all you use to carry everything and do everything. The other one is weak. It's not able to carry you. And so if these are your legs, you're going to be limping. You're not going to be able to do most of the healthy activities in the best way possible than with both legs being trained. And so now is the time to just not rely on this muscle anymore, to understand the second muscle, to not follow that muscle. It's the time to give it a break and to make the other muscle stronger, even if it feels very wrong, but you must make that other muscle grow before you're able to stand on both and go, so I'm going to do this with this leg and this with the other leg. And so unfortunately, it's time for you to go into, to end this. I don't want to say end compassion. Please don't get me wrong. But it's the time to shift energy towards yourself and not towards the other energy. Because your karma is showing you that focusing on the other energy is your selfish, you're not selfish, but I'll try to say what before I lose the thought, is your selfish way of saving yourself from the past pains without you realizing. And so it's not really saving others in that case with the imbalance, but to do the right thing needs more courage, and it is the savior for others. And so here with the Five of Cups, it is your way of going through the unfairness and saving yourself from it. And while it could feel good in the moment, you're helping these people momentarily and not really helping them forever. You must grow that other power to say no, to say that's not right, to temporarily maybe do something counterintuitive to compassion, in the balance of serving others and yourself. The balance that will serve others and yourself. This must happen cold turkey and cut. Meaning you need to think, hold the trail of, right, when this happens and I see myself harming myself that way, I realize I leave myself out, or I don't take care of myself. And so when this happens, I will say no. When this happens, I will set a boundary instantly. When this happens is the time for self-compassion that I need to give to my inner child. And so to protect my inner child, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Once this muscle grows, you can start putting them together. So I don't feel right about just this muscle anymore. I need both of them. And it will really happen naturally because that muscle is already strong. That leg is waiting for the other to grow. And so as you're training this one, when you do get up, this one will help you. And so it's almost like you'll be able to integrate, make that balance happen as you go along. But your focus for now must be on ending, focus on the sadness, because it's your re-experiencing of that sadness. It is not really yet fully in tune of your compassion energy. It's time to say, no, I'm not going to allow this happen, even if it feels bad for the other person. Once this muscle grows, you'll be able to balance the two. This is your independence. And if you seek this energy, you shall find it, and you will balance the two out. So speaking of which, let's pull out some cards very quickly on the effective guidance, the fastest way you can attune to that energy. What is your guidance and the fastest way to attune to that, what could feel like the uncomfortable energy to do? Because that is the key to escaping this karma forever. That few moments where few times, or this shift in focus of going me first, will balance and release your karma. It will give you a greater experience in your life, far different than the one you are. This is transcendence. This is forever in this lifetime, and I don't know, next lifetimes, or your transcendence to other realms. You're not going to experience this any longer. That is almost, to me, like it's that last leg you want to train to free yourself fully. So look at that. The two areas, the two legs, the Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups. Do you see? Focus on the other one now. You've got this one. Focus on the other one. The Queen of Cups. This is where the healing lies. And it's always uncomfortable training that other muscle that's not strong yet. Four of Cups. Two of Swords. You're always shown how unconscious this is. It just happens. Yes, it happens without you noticing. But here is the thing, if you start putting your focus on it, so that's the most effective way. Since it is so unconscious and just snaps, just happens, the more you put your focus on it, at least the more you won't be surprised by it with the Four of Cups. By time, Four of Cups, by the way, has both energies. It has the energy of surprise and also has the energy of apathy or meh, right? So here, the two sides of the coin is the more you focus on the new energy, you'll start slowly but surely moving from the energy of being surprised by it and acting unconsciously to the energy of at least being aware by it and still being uncomfortable, but at least you're aware, to the energy of it not affecting you at all any longer. It can be there, it can be left, it can come, it can go. You're comfortable, you're okay. You're neutral, you're fine. And so the most effective way to release this karma and thus change your whole life story, your fate, how you experience life, is to choose to put your focus on the uncomfortable energy of independence, of focusing on the you for now. And by time, it will go from surprise to I'm aware of it, but I'm uncomfortable, to yeah, it's moving all around me, but I am fine. I'm not affected by it. And you will be able to take at that moment better decisions. That balance of using your compassion towards other, but now there's a new muscle of compassion towards yourself. These two will make you set boundaries and find the balance that is good for you and for others. And my dear, this is integration of shadow right there. This is for you, transcendence forever, experiencing life in a far different way and experiencing and moving on to other realms, moving forward. And believe it or not, it starts by what you may have judged as selfish. It's really not. It is the right way to find the balance. I hope I was able to bring your message clearly. And my dear pile number one, this is exactly what I see in your reading as your karma's message about changing your fate. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Sending you guys so much love. You are so close. And my heart is happy for you, and I know your reading is saying you can absolutely do it. Seek and you shall find. This was your reading, and please don't forget to join the memberships. It's a great way to support me if you can and wish to do so, to support my work and what I do. Thank you guys so much for everything, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at a fate-changing message from your karma. To do this reading, these are the decks that I'll be using. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, please note that I always list them down in the description box for you guys. All right, so can't wait to get into your reading. Very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful green Jasper. Your significator card is the card Focus with the number 1. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs, oh, thanks, for this pile are Taurus, Aries, Capricorn, and Virgo. Welcome to your reading, guys. If these are not your zodiac signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles. Always follow your intuition if this is your preferred method of picking your pile. Trust it. Let it lead your way. Okay, so let me just very quickly shuffle your tarot deck with the intention of this reading. What is your karma's message about changing your fate? Right. So, my dear pile number 1, your cards are the Fire Sheep with Clear Your Blockage. Interesting. Okay. You've got Accountability. You've got the Sun in Scorpio with Endurance, right? As well as Exploration. Some of the keywords here are caving, scientific, Columbus, jungle, explorer, ancient maps, headhunters. So exploration. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards. We'll split the deck. And take it from the top, although this one moved. Let's take that. You've got the Empress, right? The Six of Wands. Getting an interesting storyline as I'm thinking about accountability, this Empress and this Six of Wands. You've got the Nine of Pentacles. I'm thinking, yeah, let's wait. The Eight of Swords, yeah, that nurturing energy that I've noticed. You've got the Queen of Swords, looking far ahead, not being focused maybe on the now. You've got the Strength card, as well as the Two of Pentacles, choices, or swaying one way actually towards one energy and then swaying towards the other, and that's how the two energies work, kind of thing. So what's going on here? What is your life-changing message from your karma? Fate-changing message, I mean, from your karma. clear your blockage. Blockage, right? So there's a block. There's a block that is making you feel tired. It's making things difficult, I would say. You feel like you're blocked from a specific energy, and on top of that, you feel too tired. Maybe you feel unwell, that you feel like you don't have the strength to even overcome that which you need to overcome to move out of your blockage. And so there's a dilemma here of A, it's already heavy and it's difficult. B, you don't have that energy, or you feel like you're at a disadvantage, or you feel too tired, too ill maybe, to overcome it. So how can both exist at the same time? Clearing that blockage is the end of this karma, is to release this karma. And to the Nine of Pentacles, feel absolute fulfillment. Six of Wands, feel absolute success. Empress, feel like you've got everything you want in life. Feel nurtured, loved, and living in abundance. But this state, reaching this state, needs foresight. To look into the future, to focus on the energy of where you're going long term, than to focus on the short term. Because the interesting energies that I'm seeing here is that although you feel this way now, you're going to turn into a very strong person one day as you move through this energy. You're going to be a very successful person one day in all of your life's endeavors. One day you are going to be very fulfilled. One day you are going to be vibrating with the Empress, health, attractiveness, and abundance. This is the energy that is yours to claim. This is not something you're getting into. This is yours to claim. And you will be moving from feeling smaller, younger, smaller than the huge blockage in front of you, to feeling bigger than it, much bigger and much more powerful. You'll move from feeling too tired to even tackle it, to the energy of feeling so strong that nothing ever can come in between you and what you want. That, and look at the solutions appearing intermittently through the messages. It's like, you feel like that now, this needs foresight. You're going to be like this needs this. It's almost kind of a message of ups, downs, and ups and downs, and ups and ups and downs. This intermittent energy, I feel, is symbolizing the ups and downs. We see a storyline and it's cut by solution. Storyline cut by solution. So this is where I'm getting the idea of the ups and downs symbolically here, where we did like this from the very beginning. This way you can see what I'm trying to say. Up and down, up and down. You can even see here a scorpion who's got many things in front of them. But there's something interesting here in your reading. The scorpion is about to cut through the thread and be released and go out. So what is your cutting of that energy so that you can move from feeling tired and overwhelmed and with having to face so many blockages? Actually, there is a shortcut to moving towards feeling strong and able to remove these blockages. Nothing can stand in your way. There is a shortcut, my dear pile number 3. Let's explore that. Kind of like you can do it the hard way, which will take you there. But there is an easier way. And it has to do with up and down. Do you see how with the seesaw, when we used to play in the seesaw, remember when we couldn't just sit on it and right away have the force move us all the way up and all the way down, that we had to first start building that force until it could take us up and down and really have fun? So there's something about momentum. Up and down and then up and down. How small, there's something about how little things can give you the momentum of doing the big things. And then, so it might look overwhelming here, but there is a trick of using small little things that will give you the momentum to push all of this out. Okay. And so your karma's message is, the shortcut is to not being overwhelmed by all of the blockages in front of you, and to realize that small things move big things. Speaking of the lever here, you know how in physics, how you can put the balance there, and if you put heavy weight there, the longer the distance, do you know that? The longer the distance can make you carry heavier things. Do you see? And so what I'm seeing in your message is that you don't have to carry all of this load and have to push away all of the blockages in your way. Sometimes you want to do things smarter. And in your case of releasing your karma, you're guided to do the small little things. And do the small little things consistently. These small little things that you do consistently will take you a long way with the Queen of Swords here, which is the symbolism that we saw in the lever. Long distance will make you carry heavy things. So doing this little things for a long time that you can keep up will act as your power to remove all of the blockages in your way, because you're now making the energy looser, so to speak. It will do most of the fighting and the pushing for you, allowing to release all of the energy that's surrounding you, that's causing this blockage. Once this energy is released, you will be living a totally different life. And so focus your accountability, what you're committing to, not to the larger things, but to the smaller things that can release the blockages. So perhaps the exploration here, you know how they're exploring, digging deeper to find the truth, to find history. It's all about them finding little things that will reveal all of the truth when they're exploring, finding things from history. Oh, look at that tiny toothbrush. This means that people lived here. This means that let's look at the DNA. Oh, this was a brush, a hairbrush. This means this means this, that. Oh, look at it shows us the time. This is probably from this dynasty, this, that, and the other. And they get a whole lot of information from one little item that they find. So your karma is simply inviting you to explore, dig, and look close at what little things can you do today that, if you keep up, will in the future change everything for you. Speaking of muscles, do you know how when they say it's the consistency is way more important than how much weight you carry. That if you do little exercises that you keep up every day, in the long run, long haul, it will give you much better effect than to do bigger things, keeping bigger things intermittently. Like sometimes you do it and sometimes you don't. So your karma is advising you to focus your energy and be accountable, be consistent. You want to, with accountability, you want to tick that off. What little things, if you look deeper at your situation, that if you do keep up consistently, that are easy to do in your everyday life, but if you do in fact stay consistent, will give you in the long haul like longer time than that rush. So it's like easier, longer time versus handling it all and needing all of the power and just giving up right now. So what little things can you do in spreading them on the long run a little bit that can easily allow you to achieve and make things move in the direction that you want and release that karma, release the difficulties in your life, than for you to suffer trying to work it out all at the same time and try to keep it all up, carrying it and just dropping it. So if you can't carry all of that now, all of the things that you need to do to free yourself, that's okay. Acknowledge that. What can you instead do that you can keep up until you're able to keep it all up? It would be easy for you to do it all and release it, because the little tiny work did most of the effort for you. Now you can hold them and push it away. That is the key question that will not just help you release your karma, but help you live a good life. And I was about to make a huge mistake. I was about to tell you, oh my God, pile number 3, your pile is the easiest. And I'm like, no, I'm just reading energy and looking at clear your blockage and 8 of Swords. This must not be easy. But the solution, however, is much easier than you are imagining. And your karma is saying it can be released much easier than that. Explore what are the little things that if you do manage to do every day, you will take this block out of your life. Being accountable, taking them off, and just focusing on these. In fact, how about we take a look at your message from the fire sheep? Let's see what your message is. 44, fire sheep. Let's see what your message is here with regards to what we're seeing. So it says the fire sheep pillar with yin fire over the sheep's yin earth can indicate heaviness in the heart or the physical body. Yes. As the sign that helps transition us from summer to fall, which is where we are now. How interesting. Yesterday was the autumn equinox. Happy equinox, guys. The sheep may prepare us well for the season ahead, but her hidden yin wood and yin fire means she also tends to have a hard time letting go of past attachments. This just gives us perspective. The environment in July, the month associated with the sheep, with temperature and light yang at peak, illustrates the sheep's overly strong earth element, which can cause lethargy and sleepiness. Interesting, right? The symbolism in your reading. Wow, it's really, really good. This card appears to assure you that you have within you what it takes to realize your dreams. But first you must release unnecessary attachments to the past, whether feelings, people, habits, or self-limiting beliefs. Attend to the heart to stoke the fire within. Treat yourself kindly. Love and compassion for the self. I was going to actually tell you about this when I first noticed it in the beginning. Wow, thank you, card, for reminding me about that. But first, you must release unnecessary attachments to the past, whether feelings, people, habits, or self-limiting beliefs. Attend to the heart to stoke the fire within. Treat yourself kindly. Love and compassion for the self will save and elevate you from what's dragging you down. Check in within for what could be keeping you from moving forward and up. Pay attention to your immediate environment for clues, as our living and working spaces can directly reflect the state of our mind and manifest into various blockages. Clear your desk, remove anything blocking your path at home, and clean up the car. How interesting. I feel like you're getting specific advice with your card here. Clearing up your energy is also just like the earth with the sheep, is clearing up our environment. So if you have an environment that you want to clear up, do that. That will energetically absolutely help you with the little moves forward that you want to take. And your card shows you that you can absolutely do it. And don't let heavy emotions, limiting beliefs, be the very energy on its own in your way. And so to release that, you're being guided to nurture yourself, to give kindness to yourself. It's like, oh no, I didn't do it today, it's not gonna work. And then if you catch yourself having any thoughts like that, is to nurture yourself. Is to say, it's okay, we didn't do it today, that's fine. Fine, take it easy, we're learning. Tomorrow we do it. We try again. And if it doesn't work tomorrow, it doesn't work the day after, don't give up on yourself the way a mother doesn't give up on her child. You're eventually going to get there. You're eventually going to do it. Perhaps the little tasks the little things that you can do that can move the big things is to simply be kind to yourself and give yourself hope and commitment for the next day. Sometimes it starts just with that. That energy starts growing, and then you're surprised to take one tiny action. And then keep that tiny little thing. If you've committed to bigger things now, you want to tell yourself, it's okay. If I'm not able to keep that up today, let's just make it easier on myself. And then I can take on the bigger thing. Find solutions for yourself. Simplify it, make it smaller, but be consistent with it. If you can't do the big thing, the most important thing is to start, even if little things every day. And when you can't, be kind to yourself. Say, don't give up on the whole thing just because you missed out a couple of days or a month or even a year. Kindly nudge yourself back. Say, we can follow this. We can do this. And be kind and loving and clap for yourself. Celebrate the little wins. Don't wait for big wins to celebrate yourself. Celebrate the small wins. Celebrate the big wins. But most important out of everything is to follow through with little things and be consistent. Find a system of accountability. What are you guided to do with accountability here? Because that's the last energy we didn't explore. There's something about accountability. What are you guided to do with that? Judgment card. Look at the flowers amidst the snow. Interesting. Judgment, and you've got the Lovers card. Wow. It's the flowers in the winter. It's the sun in the winter. It's all of the things we don't normally see in the snow and in the winter. Normally, of course. There are plants and flowers that grow in the winter. The Lovers. Look at the flowers again. That where they are committing to each other, there's flowers as well. So commitment here. Making a promise till death do us part. It's like, I'm not leaving. Oh, that's a promise. Treating what you want like your lover. That's accountability. Oh, okay. I'm glad I pulled out some cards here. Treating what you love as something you're going to commit to no matter what happens in the world. The way you would commit to somebody that is dearest to your heart. And thus, your happiness and where you want to be is your lover now. This is the person you're committed to. Make that promise that I shall be there in sickness and in health and in everything till death do us part. I belong to my happiness and my happiness belongs to me. Remember when I told you guys that this is not an energy you're getting to? This is your energy. Remember? It's that exact thing. Commit to your lover because your lover is waiting for you. Really. Commit to it. Even if you take little steps every day. And judgment. Do you see how there's flowers already in the winter? There's sun in the winter. There's something about the season. And there is something about not waiting for the season to end to see the flowers. Not waiting for the season to end to see the sun. It's about experiencing the joys and the things that you love now and not waiting till the end. You know, an example to that is, I don't know how it pertains to your reading, but the quickest example is, don't wait to look your best only when you go out. Why don't you enjoy that energy all the time? Don't wait to enjoy your life until that dream happens. Look at the blessings that are there now, the miracles that you currently have, and enjoy, like stop to smell the roses kind of energy. There are things in your life right now that you can enjoy. Enjoy, it almost translates as enjoy your life right now and all the beautiful things that it's providing you, because you already have some things amidst all of these difficulties that on its own are kind of a miracle that maybe others don't even have. Enjoy that the beautiful things that you have in this season in your everyday life until you meet your lover tomorrow. The flowers are all around you. While you commit to your future, enjoy the flowers that you have today, because they shall take you there easier and in a much enjoyable way. And your message is clear. Treat your dreams like the lover you would commit to, because you are in love with what's to come, with being free, with being powerful, with having all of these dreams with the Nine of Pentacles. Live in happiness today. You may not have as much, but you have things to enjoy. Enjoy them and commit to that lover in health, in sickness, in health, in good times and in bad times, even if through little things. Sometimes when it's really hard, you can keep it up by thought, by the commitment in the heart, by planning, by foresight. In any case, don't drop the commitment and that promise at any point. And finally, very quickly, I also, like we explored this one, I want to explore the exploration, like to help you identify where exactly to put the little efforts in. How can you explore that? Queen of Pentacles. It feels to me like this Queen of Pentacles with all of the coins here. It reminds me of saving, like putting one coin every day in the chest. until there are so many. That is a good example actually of little efforts lead to doing little things that lead to bigger things. Perhaps you're trying to save money, could be. That is the devil card. So explore. Oh, the devil card. Where is your weakness? Where do you follow the most desires? So when you explore, you want to look for your pitfalls. Where do you fall? Where is your weakness when it comes to following your desire? That is the very thing stopping you from getting there. And so this is where you start. Oh, I'm weak when it comes to these beautiful cupcakes. Or, I'm weak when it comes to shopping. Maybe I don't have to cut all of my shopping, but I can like put the small efforts. Is like I can put a budget, or I can take that little amount every month and put it in, or I don't have to like start away with cutting off everything. I'm not a medical doctor, by the way. I'm just trying to translate energy. Maybe I should just cut that one thing. How about I just change the oil, like use olive oil? What if I just change, like cut off the sugar? What if this and that? You see what I mean? So the exploration should be focused on where the weaknesses are. And this is where you want to put coin by coin every day. You don't have to make drastic changes, but if you fix or heal that weakness by putting in little effort every day, you will find yourself like this very soon. Most importantly, my dear pile number 3, take it easy on yourself. Your karma is saying it doesn't have to be done in a difficult way. Just be super focused on the little decisions you make. Don't make drastic commitments, but commit to the little things. They will take you to the bigger things. And my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see as your message from your karma on changing your fate. The little things in your case will take you to the huge things, and they will. This is a lover waiting for you. And my dear pile number 3, this was your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please do consider joining the memberships. It is a great way to support me and support my work if you can and wish to do so. Thank you so much for everything. All the best of luck in this transformation of karma. This is really going to be big for you. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.